Yo, what's up? We're going to run multiple tests of side-by-side comparisons using the new DoT set versus 4P Sizzling Thunder, so let's get right into it. Sizzling will be on the left, new DoT set will be on the right. First one, no buffs, only wind shear so that Kafka can get the full defense ignore. So we have a slight advantage for Sizzling here, 0.76% more, which is really insignificant. Now before we continue, I want to say I farmed a lot to get as equal of a set as possible, and you'll see all the builds later, but let's move on. Same test, no buffs, but we want to test it against a lightning weak enemy at level 90. You can't see too clearly, but I did keep track of it. Isn't it crazy? Math actually works. It's the same 0.76% difference with Sizzling pulling slightly ahead. Don't worry, we're going to start adding buffs and you'll see what happens. 28% vulnerability from Guinaifen, 70% attack from Asta. Let's see. What just happened? There's no other amplifier here. We have our attack from 4P Sizzling, and I made sure they were maxed out on Fire Kiss stacks. Everything else is the same, but Prisoner took the lead with a 17.12% damage increase. Remember, this is the exact same set that was slightly losing to Sizzling without any buffs. The reason why I'm only comparing DoT damage is because the damage difference will be roughly the same between all her abilities, and it saves me the trouble of fishing for non-crits. Similar results this time, though not as far apart. 13.64% in favor of the DoT set. Finally, we have 56% more defense threat from Pela, 59% damage bonus, and 630 flat attack. Do note that I messed up applying resolution shines on the monkey, so we're actually looking at the Mara struck damage, which is okay because they're also level 90. We know that defense threat scales exponentially the closer you approach 100%, so this should be the most in favor of the DoT set. So it looks like the difference is slightly diminished, though 9.08% is definitely not insignificant. There could be some other variable in play that I'm not considering, but I made sure the tests were the exact same and they're pretty consistent throughout. Just a quick reminder that if you enjoyed the video or you found any of this helpful, do consider dropping a like and sub. I'd appreciate it a lot, and we're almost at 30k. Anyway, I'll show both the builds here. Of course, there are some differences in stats and they could explain some of the results, but they're pretty even in terms of substat distribution. We're even using the same new planar set, Firmament, Frontline, Glamoth, but you get the idea. I'd argue my Prisoner set is worse than my Sizzling as well, and it makes complete sense since it literally just came out not even 24 hours when I was doing the runs. But yeah, there's lots of room for improvement, so it's looking good for the new set. I haven't had as much time to test the DoT set on other characters like Luca, Sampo, or Guinaifen, but I'm also pretty sure, especially if you can maintain 3 dots on the enemies, it would be the best set for them as well. Anyway, let's take a look at all our runs summarized. We can see here that across the board, as we started introducing buffs, the new set started pulling ahead. Now for that last entry, I'm still unsure if I messed up somewhere, even though I did the runs multiple times and tried the exact same setups, but given how close the other 3 were above it, I think I can just ignore it and look at the ones that were consistent. Generally, when you're playing with a team, you're not going to be in situations where your main damage healer isn't buffed, so we can also ignore the fact that Sizzling beat it in our first test. Of course, the difference between the two will vary account to account, whether it be the relics, Kafka's build, or the supports, but I'd say it's safe to assume that you'd see a significant damage increase if you farm the new set. It's not like 20 to 30%, but it's still sizable. I'd expect somewhere in the 8 to 15% ballpark, which is honestly huge when we're talking about relics. If you already have a really good Sizzling or mix sets though, don't feel forced to farm, and it could take you a long time and cause you a lot of pain. But just know that if you do want to min-max her, this is definitely her best set right now, and it's safe for you to farm. Thank you for watching all the way to the end, and let me know what you think of this video style. It's a little shorter, but I wanted to get all the key information without you needing to watch an 8-minute video with mid-rolls. Anyway, good luck with the relic grind, and I will see you next time.